All right, let's jump right into the origin story of the book of Genesis, but we're going to look at it from a really unique angle. We're seeing it all through the eyes of Moses, because according to this text, he gets this incredible revelation that answers, well, a question as big as the universe itself.
Okay, so here's the setup. Moses has just had this mind-blowing spiritual experience. The source says he was shown a vision of, well, everything. The entire earth and every single person on it, from the very beginning to the very end. And you can imagine, seeing all of that, it sparked a really big fundamental question in his mind.
I mean, can you even wrap your head around the scale of that? Seeing not just the planet, but every single person who would ever live. The text really drives this home, saying their numbers were numberless as the sand upon the seashore. It's that sheer, overwhelming scale of it all that gets him thinking and leads him to ask his big question.
And this is it. This is the heart of the matter. It's not just some casual curiosity. This is a deep, heartfelt plea to understand the why and the how of, well, everything. Why does all this exist? How did you make it? It's really the ultimate question about purpose, isn't it?
So you'd think the answer would start with Earth, right? Adam and Eve, the garden, the usual stuff. But no, that's not what happens at all. The answer starts by zooming way out, expanding the whole picture to a cosmic scale that, honestly, no one could have even imagined back then.
Whoa, think about that. He asks about our world, and the first thing he learns is that there are countless other worlds. The source actually calls this a secret of the heavens finally being shared. It paints this picture of a universe just bursting with creations, and even though they're numberless to us, they're all known, individually, by their creator. So let's really unpack what that means, because it's not just a nice poetic idea. The implication here is huge. It means that all those little twinkling stars Moses would have seen as a shepherd, a lot of them aren't just lights, they're suns, just like our sun. And those suns have planets spinning around them. And this is the big one. Those planets have life on them, just like our Earth. It's just a completely staggering vision of the universe. Okay, so the stage is set for this epic cosmic tour, right? You're probably thinking we're about to hear all about these other worlds. But then, the story takes a hard left turn. Just as this massive universe is revealed, the focus suddenly narrows way, way down. It's a really surprising shift.
And here's the new rule. After this huge reveal about millions of other inhabited planets, Moses is told, flat out, that the story he's getting is only about our planet and the people here. Nothing about the other worlds. No details about who lives there or what they're like. And that contrast is just fascinating, isn't it? On one hand, you have this mind-bogglingly vast universe full of possibilities. And on the other, this incredibly tight, laser-like focus on just our little corner of it. And this isn't random. The text makes it pretty clear that this exact limitation is the key to understanding the whole point of what's being revealed.
So why? Why show him everything and then say, nope, just look here? Well, according to the source, it was actually pretty practical. The idea was to keep us, humanity, focused, to stop us from getting distracted by all the cool, faraway places and things, and instead to knuckle down and work on improving life right here, on our own planet.
But this tight focus, this deliberate choice to ignore the rest of the universe, it wasn't a snub, not at all. In fact, it's setting the stage for the most important piece of the whole puzzle. It's pointing right at the ultimate reason for everything Moses just saw.
And here it is, the big reveal, the punchline to that huge cosmic question. The source calls this one of the most precious truths ever given to us. The whole gigantic creative engine, all those worlds without number, it's all pointed toward one single goal, helping humankind reach its full potential.
Okay, so what does that mean for us? What does it mean to be God's work and glory? The rest of the text really digs into this, and it positions humanity not as some kind of cosmic accident or an afterthought, but as the absolute centerpiece of all creation.
So in this view, we're not just a random fluke or a creature of chance. Nope. Humans are described as the main focus of God's attention and devotion, even his pride and pleasure. The source goes even further, claiming that every single one of us is a literal spiritual child of God.
And this creates a kind of logic, a hierarchy of purpose. So, step 1, Earths are made. Step 2, why are they made? For people to live on. And step 3, everything else, the plants, the animals, they're placed here for humanity's benefit. It's a very human-centric model.
So you see the pattern, right?
The answer to Moses' question unfolds in this very specific way. First, reveal the huge cosmos. Second, narrow the focus down to just us. And third, state our ultimate purpose. And by doing that, the revelation gives us what the text calls the God-given key to the identity and dignity of man. It's basically a roadmap for figuring out our place in the universe.
And that really leaves us with a big question to chew on, doesn't it? If you go along with what this text is saying, what does it actually mean to be the center of creation, the whole point of a vast, maybe infinite universe? It's a question that could change everything about how you see yourself, our world, and our place in it.